Good morning. Welcome back. I hooked up the trailer here this morning. I was thinking I got a little drone spraying I need to do for Brock, his alfalfa, all 5 acres. So, but we might need to take the trailer. But I'm looking at the flags and it's a little windy today, so I don't know if that's going to happen today or not. Got my breakfast. We're going to do a little anhydrous here this morning. I got that 12-acre triangle field that wasn't big enough when we finished up the other day, last week. But it is now. Problem is, I don't have enough anhydrous in this tank to do that whole field. So we're going to unhook it. Phil's going to go get me a fresh tank. We'll do that one field. And then we'll be done here. We can unhook the anhydrous bar from the tractor. So I'm waiting for Phil to come back with a full anhydrous tank. So basically we've got 12 acres to do, 12 and a half. The tank that I had, there wasn't enough in it to do it. There was enough to do 5 or 6. And so rather than taking it down there and emptying it and then taking it back up and waiting for a full one to come back, I said, you'll just take this half empty one back, bring back a full one. We'll have plenty to do that whole field. All good. So anyway, that's what we're waiting for. In the meantime, we need to do a little work on our field cultivator yet, and I'm trying to get a few parts around. So Xander's gone through and basically changed anything that needed to be done as far as the shanks and some shank protectors, spikes on our drag, checked all the wheel bearings, put a few new sweeps on. And so operationally here, everything should be good. We got a new row of spikes on the front row. But we were having some trouble with the cylinder and some depth control issues this spring, this cylinder here. And so I want to put new seal kit in there. It looks like it's been leaking anyway. Xander got it cleaned up pretty good, but there's still some dirt on the bottom there. So I ordered seal kits for this, but it wouldn't hold position. Like this side wanted to go super deep, and so Dad was using cylinder stops on it, which is totally fine. However, we're going to try and get that fixed. And it could be the seals. It could be the seals internally, or it could be this sensor here. This is an AccuDepth field cultivator. It has depth positioning sensors, and so I just want to make sure that it's not that. And if I can buy that sensor relatively cheap and just change it, I think we'll just do that. But I need a part number. Figure out what we got. Oh yeah, we did pretty well miss the rain over the weekend. We were waiting to see about the rain. We got less than a tenth here, which is a real bummer. Now, some of our farms to the south and west here, part of that whole being spread out thing, did catch 3 or 4 tenths. Just better than not, but still not enough. So, yeah, it's what it is. But there's chances of rain most of the rest of the week, so hopefully we'll still catch some. Well, there's our tank. Let's go do this. 12 acres. I got my sales rep and some seed meeting at 9:30 this morning, and better hurry up if I'm going to make it back for that. Well, okay, let's go. This one, the valve is kind of cocked on an angle the wrong way, but that's all right. It'll work. Haven't used this tank yet. All right, well, here is our last little field. This is the one that we had to plant around a bunch that was too wet down there. Where it's green now, probably dry enough we could get through it at this point since it hasn't rained for a whole nother, it's been a week and a half since we were in here planting. But at the time, it was too wet. So the corn has grown significantly since we were by here on, was that Thursday? I think it was when or maybe it was last Wednesday when we finished up and we were driving by here and I couldn't barely see the corn. Now we can roll it real easy. It's still plenty small for side dressing, but we'll be able to get through it. And since this is the last that we have to do here at Waldron before we move to Berkey, I thought, well, we might as well get it done. So let's get it done. Well, I got the end rows done along the river and the ditch here, and I drove right through the middle of it. It's dry now. It's not worth planting because as soon as we get any significant rain at all, this is going to have water on it. The crops won't actually make it. And then if it's wet at harvest, we'll never be able to harvest it anyway. So especially being the middle of June now. Today's June 9th, 8th, something. It's past when we would typically plant corn And so if it had been dry when we were down here the first time, yeah, I probably would have planted it. But now it's not worth coming back for. We are going to have to do something about all the grass that's coming up in there, though. I thought Dad would hang his boom out and spray a little bit more of it, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. Look at this crisp edge line from our section control. That's awesome. This corn's a little small. We got to kind of go slow, otherwise we're going to bury it. It is so unusual that the soil hasn't been rained on since we planted, and it's been worked when we're side dressing. Like, this ground is it's just soft, like it was freshly worked yesterday, and it makes it flow and move around a little bit more than if it was rained on and had been settled. So that's why we're going slow. We're almost done here. Looks like one more pass. So it's not the end of the world. It's not usually like this, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. It shouldn't be like this at Berkey. We've had a little bit more rain down there. It was right after planting, but that ground is crusted over a little bit. So yeah, I do think that maybe it's made some of our wear components. That one's on a tire track, and we just don't have enough loose dirt. Anyway, I do think it's made some of our stuff wear a little better, and we haven't worn out the blades and the opener or the boots and all that stuff quite as much as what we normally do either. Now, they'll probably still have to get changed and replaced for next year, but they might be, the blades at least, might be in better shape after 1 year than normal. We usually run those for 2 years, so that would be good. All right, I went ahead and unhooked that tank. We use a different supplier at Berkey than we do here at Waldron, so we won't take tanks from here to Berkey. So we're done with that one, done with this supplier, and now we need to switch tractors. I would love to put the 8R on there if we can get it back. I'm going to text the service manager and see if we're going to get that tractor today or tomorrow. But either way, we're going to unhook that and get it ready to go. I got my seed meeting here. You guys are in the office already, so we'll get through all these accounts and just make sure everything is right and go from there. All right, we are done with my meeting. I got some lunch. We are going to unhook the anhydrous applicator. So it sounds like our tractor is going to be done tomorrow up to the dealer, which I would really like to be down there side dressing today or tomorrow, but there's a chance of rain tomorrow, and the corn's not big enough to worry about it, so I'm not going to get in a big hurry, be worried about it. We're just going to wait. It's fine. But anyway, yeah, we'll get this unhooked and put the ARX away, get some of my stuff moved over or out of the cab here, and then as soon as we get that tractor back tomorrow, we'll hook it up and go. I'm getting the drone trailer loaded up. I'm just taking one shuttle because we only need like 40 gallons. It's not a lot. When I was taking it apart last time, I forgot to take the plug off and I ripped my cord apart. So we got to fix that. Shouldn't be hard to do, but it comes out of the bottom of that switch over there. So I get a screwdriver and get that fixed. If I would just make up a skid like you guys tell me every time I put this stuff on the drone trailer, that wouldn't happen. I don't think it's feasible to put everything on one skid. That would be too much, too big, too heavy, too much surface area. But we could maybe get the generators mounted to a skid and then the totes mounted to another skid. I don't know if I could pick it up. It'd be so long. But I think we might be able to get something there. So we'll try and do that sometime. I just haven't really had time to mess with much. And every time I think about it, I don't know, I'm busy. I've got a couple of, at least I did, I don't know if we still have or not. We had some like big double wide pallets that would work really well if I can find them. So that's what I'm looking for. Got my switch cord fixed. I think all we need now is some water, and since I only have one tote, I need a plug for my other connector, otherwise it'll just drain out that one. So we should have some plugs around here somewhere. Oh yeah, I was gonna film some of that. I didn't. We're done spraying. We're done. Tank's empty. We got Brock's alfalfa done. He wanted some source put on and some insecticide. So I've been selling this source product for a while, right? I use it on most of the corn and most of the beans and some of the wheat. And Brock's like, well, let me use some of my alfalfa. So he did last year. He had 100 bales more on his first cutting last year than he did this year. And we had sprayed the source pre-first cutting last year. Because he had some alfalfa weevil or bugs or something, and he wanted that sprayed, and he said, well, why don't you throw that in? He's only got a few acres, so it was pretty cheap to do it. And we did not spray it before first cutting this year. He was cut a week ago, and you're supposed to really spray it after first cutting, or a week after, and after it's regrowing, and that's when it works. So we got it put on, got the insecticide on. We're gonna see if that makes a difference, but he is convinced that it's making a huge difference for him. So that's good. Anyway, I would have put him on camera, but he can't talk. He totally lost his voice. You can barely understand or hear him, so it wouldn't have done you guys any good anyway. We're gonna head back to the farm and see what else is going on here today. I don't know that I have any more drone spraying to do, so we could probably take this stuff off the trailer. We've got boxes to pick up, and I got boxes in the farm barn that need to go to the seed warehouse, so that could be done today. I don't know. We'll figure something out, won't we? Let's go check on Dad's progress. So we bought this farm, 40 acres here, right next to my house, basically. We've been farming forever, but didn't own it until this winter. And he's clearing off the old building site here. Got almost half of it gone. He's made a lot of progress here. Just haven't been down here for a while. Thought I'd drive in and see what it looks like. Not a big tree there yet. Cottonwood, I'm guessing. He's got a bunch cleared off here. Lots of roots to pick up, it looks like. That's where we had the fire there a couple weeks ago. No harm, no foul on that one. Burn up some trees that are going to be leaving anyway. Dad's been running some stuff back to the woods here, so he's got a little path until we get our weed out, but no big deal. One thing that I have noticed, and we've kind of been talking about, is all these weeds growing in our beans. It's mostly thistles. We've got some thistle patches coming, and I've noticed it more the last couple of years, or last year especially, and I'm seeing it again this year. I'm attributing it to the fact that we've had no rain since we sprayed our herbicides. The pre-emerge herbicides need some rain to activate them, to make them effective in the soil, to disperse them through the soil, and we haven't got it. And so I don't think our pre-emerge have been super effective right now. Now they will be when we get some rain, but since planting, or since in a month now, today's like the 9th, that we started planting on the 7th, we've had less than a half an inch of rain. So we went from almost 8 inches a month average in March and April to a half inch in May, and it's just not enough to activate the chemicals. I mean, the corn and beans are still looking okay. The corn's starting to go backwards. We need some rain pretty bad at the moment. But Dad started a fire back here today, so just checking stuff out, seeing what we got. Stump piles. Holy cow, he's got a bunch of stump piles. More. Stumps get dirt on them. They don't burn very good, so we end up just pushing them into the woods and letting them rot. That'll take some time, but whatever. Or just gonna pile them, I guess. Lots of them. Then we got our trails back here. Sander was doing a little mowing today, sharpening some blades on the mower and working on that a little bit. Now he's helping me get this drone stuff off of here. It takes 10 minutes to put it on and take it off. It's not that big a deal. All right, I guess I'm going home. Got that unload. I didn't unhook the trailer. We might move some boxes around tomorrow. I'm really hoping that we get a call that tractor's ready in the morning and we can go up and get it and get stuff at least moved to Berkey. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Tomorrow's the best chance of rain that we've got. There's chances every day, but tomorrow is the best day. So hopefully we get some rain and we can't side dress tomorrow. That would be great. Otherwise, we'll get to Berkey and probably start side dressing. I do a baseball tomorrow night though, so we won't get very far, especially if we don't get down there until 2 o'clock. But we'll see. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I got an electrical box installed. I need to keep doing that. And check it out. Builders came today. They got the door in. Nice. I'm supposed to get shingles, get the roof on today, but the shingles never showed up. So we'll see. Anyway, have a great night. We'll see you guys later.